Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. It seems as though we're reaching a breaking point, or at least Joe Biden's reaching a breaking point. With all the calls for him to step down, it seems as though Piss Pants Joe has had enough. He's putting his foot down, he's throwing a tantrum. Joe is sticking in the race whether you like it or not. As expected, the Biden family got their clutches on power and they refused to let go. And funnily enough, I hear Hunter Biden is advising his father these days. I guess they really don't want to let go of the big moneymaker that is the Oval Office. But anyways, let's see where we're at in the story. Let's see where Democrats are at. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so more and more heavy-hitting Democrats are now going on the record suggesting that Joe Biden simply can't win and it might be a good idea for him to pass the torch. Take a look.
President. But you can only run so far ahead of the president. And so obviously Joe Biden is going to need to consider for his own sake and his own legacy, can he beat Donald Trump? He's the best to beat Donald Trump. But also the profound impact this decision, maybe the most important of his presidency, will have on the House, on the Senate, on the future of the country. This is not just about whether he gave it the best college try, but rather whether he made the right decision to run or to pass the torch. That is the most important decision for him to make right now. This is about whether this country remains a democracy, whether we veer off into some kind of pseudo-dictatorship. Everything is riding on this. And I know people feel an urgency. I feel an urgency, but I would tell the president, slow down and take the time to make the right decision here that's best for the country, and I believe he will.
It's just there are certain immutable facts of life, and those were painfully obvious on that debate stage, and the president just doesn't seem to he hasn't come to grips with it. He's not winning this race. He's more likely, if you just look at the data and talk to people around the country, political people around the country, it's more likely that he'll lose by a landslide than win narrowly this race.
Joe Biden is running against a criminal. It should not be even close, and there's only one reason it is close, and that's the president's age. And what I would say, Kristen, what I would advise the president is seek out the opinions of people you trust. He's obviously talked to his family about this, and that's important. But he should seek out people with some distance and objectivity. He should seek out pollsters who are not his own pollsters. He should take a moment to make the best informed judgment. And if the judgment is run, then run hard and beat that SOB.
I wasn't kidding when I said Democrat heavy hitters. That's Adam Schiff and David Axelrod. Those are two pretty high up individuals in the Democrat Party. The pressure campaign for Joe Biden to step down continues to mount, but I don't think Joe wants to hear any of it.
President, how can you present your case that democracy is at risk and you are the best candidate to beat Donald Trump?
Because I've been here before and I've gotten more done than any president has.
Have you spoken to members of Congress?
No, but you've been wrong about everything so far. You were wrong about 2020. You were wrong about 2022. We were going to get wiped out. Remember the red wave? You were wrong about 2023. You said all the tough races, we won them all but two. So, look. We'll see.
He's not stepping down for no one. In fact, he seems pissed. We're even getting reports that the entire Biden family is pissed. Livid Jill Biden is, quote, lashing out at those who want Dementia Joe to step aside. They're sticking with Joe, and if you even question him, well, then I guess you get the Joe Scarborough treatment.
Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth.
Joe Biden is unsurprisingly sticking in the race because that's exactly what Joe Biden does. Joe Biden walks a path that benefits him, even at the detriment of others or at the detriment of his political party or constituents. Joe Biden has no concern of other Democrats in his party who could potentially get crushed down ballot because he's so deeply unpopular. Joe doesn't care that he's 1,000 years old and his brain no longer works and he clearly shouldn't be running for president for the own good of himself and his nation. No, Joe Biden's gonna stick in the race, probably mostly because they don't want to leave too much money on the table, if you know what I mean. But secondly, they're going to run because in Joe Biden's mind, he's the only guy who can get it done and he's done it before. And even when everyone doubts him, he gets the job done. That's the line that he keeps running with here.
I took on Big Pharma. I beat them. No one said I could beat them. I took on all the things we said we got done. We were told we couldn't get done. You've been wrong about everything so far. You were wrong about 2020. You were wrong about 2022. We were going to get wiped out. Remember the red wave? You were wrong about 2023. And you said all the tough races, we won them all but 2. So, look, we'll see.
He's going to stick in the race because all the polls are wrong. The polls are always doubting Joe Biden, but he proves them wrong every single time. Really? When was that exactly? Because I seem to recall a 2020 general election that prior to voting looked something like this. Big deep blue leads as far as the eye can see. But somehow, according to Joe, he's the underdog that the system's working against. I mean, what a load of dung that is. Joe's got his family behind the scenes pumping his head with all kinds of nonsense. It's the only thing that could possibly explain his behavior over the last few years. In Joe Biden's mind, he's always up in the polls, and if you don't see it, well then you're not reading the right polls, Jack. Joe's being fed a bunch of fantasy nonsense behind the scenes. He probably doesn't truly understand how bad it is for him, and he probably also just doesn't care. I mean, he's facing campaign catastrophe here, with one of his fundraising events in Wisconsin recently being canceled as donors who committed to giving large sums withdrew from their commitments after the first debate. He's got donors ghosting him, and top Democrats, members of Congress, privately and publicly calling for him to drop out of the race. He knows he's not physically and mentally fit. He even admitted that recently during one of his rallies.
I know I'm not a young man. State the obvious. Well, I know. Folks, I don't walk as easy as I used to. I don't speak as smoothly as I used to. I don't debate as well as I used to.
And now he's down in the polls to the extent where it seems like top Democrat strategists are just giving up at this point. But despite all of it, Joe Biden remains steadfast that he's running for president. Again, right back to the initial point, Joe Biden doesn't care about anybody but himself. And he has proven that quite clearly over the last 50 plus years of his public life and career. And now it looks like you Democrats are stuck with him. You're stuck with this guy. A guy who clearly is there, but not actually there, you know? The lights are on, but nobody's really home. You Democrats failed on the character vetting portion of your presidential nominee. You made your bed and now you gotta live with it. Kinda hard to replace the dementia patient if said dementia patient also happens to be a narcissistic sociopath with a deep, deep addiction to power. That of course is then amplified by the presence of his family. You guys made the bed, it's time to freaking sleep in it. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.